when you're 20, do you think of the good old days when you're 7 years old, 8 years old? When you were a little kid, growing up, you have no cares at all. Now you're a teenager and you got all exams and shit, going to college and stuff. And before that, all you did was play games and run around and eat chocolate and whatever the hell you wanted.
I think yes, because I'm just thinking now when I watched my kids growing up and their friends, and I think back, I try to think what I was doing when I was around their age. When we were 16, 17, 18, and you're starting to have more freedom. You're starting to enjoy the world in many different ways, but you're also starting to get a hint of there's responsibility and shit you have to do out there, right?
Yeah,
School and
exactly.
homework and all that kind of work.
Yeah.
And I saw like my kids and their friends, and I'm pretty sure I did the same thing too. When you're, say, in your late teens, you start like
Mm.
watching cartoons
Oh yeah.
once in a while,
What are you
or
talking about? I'm
going
watching
back
them.
and
I still watch them.
but this is back before they started making decent cartoons for adults, right?
Oh, come on.
And I
Bugs
mean,
Bunny, come on.
pulling out the old Lego sets and doing some
Yeah.
Lego stuff over. I mean,
Oh
now
yeah,
you
it's
even
true.
see it now. They have Lego sets for adults and coloring books
Mm.
for adults, right? But I mean, I
Yeah,
think
it's
you do
true.
get that as a kid. Like, oh, you're all stressed out, and like, oh, watch some cartoons, or oh, play with your Legos for half an hour. But yeah, so
Sure.
I think probably yes. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you're like 18 months old. Do you have nostalgia for back when it was nice and warm and comfy?
Nostalgia for those mammary glands.
Yeah. Well, that
I, I
that could
just,
be a
I just
thing.
I used to cry and I just get a breast in my mouth. That was good. I almost got that in Guatemala when that time I climbed over the wall. I had two right there.
Cliff, eh?
One kid was already on one of them, but there was another one, but I didn't.
I'll bet you if tonight you go down to some of those bars along the river down in Laos and you just start crying and someone there
Somebody
will
will stick
ask you
something
why
in
are
my
you
mouth.
crying.
I need a
Careful with
mammary.
that. But
Shit. But there's some hanging around there. That's
yeah.
true. I noticed that. But they're for rent.
Yeah, but
Rent
how
a
long do you
mammary.
really want it? How long you need it for?
That's a good point.
Huh?
I got
Well,
stories about that shit too, but it's in a different. That would be in the
pray tell.
Pornhub
Let's
episode.
hear.
No, the
Oh,
Pornhub
okay.
episode. Then we have some more related to that.
Mm.
Ooh, when do we got to do that one? Ooh, that might be one we have to come up with pretty soon. Do a
Okay.
quickie.
Yeah. Do a quickie. Back to
We're old
nostalgia again.
bastards.
Are
We
we
can't
okay?
we can't do too long anymore. Have to be a quickie episode.
A quickie episode.
So anyway,
Oh,
I'm nostalgic for all those days. I'm nostalgic when I was a baby.